And I asked you, what are your feelings about the possibility of other examples of intelligent life? And you're answering, well, I can think of something more intelligent than us. I said, okay, but what about as intelligent or even intelligent or not like a rock? Or not, sorry, not like a fish, a dumb fish.
It may be that intelligence is rare in the cosmos. Intelligence as we have defined it. Because if you look at the fossil record, you look at the portfolio of life that has lived and thrived on Earth, there are a lot of features of life that many different species have in common. For example, locomotion is a pretty common talent. In fact, we have creatures on Earth with no arms and no legs, and they still manage to move. We call them snakes, okay? So locomotion, they figured out how to move even though they don't have arms and legs. Trees haven't yet figured out how to move, except in The Wizard of Oz. But what we have is evidence of features in life that apparently are really good for survival. The capacity to receive information at a distance. That would be the smell, hearing, sight. Sight is a very common feature in animals. In fact, there are certain expressions of sight that happen independently of each other. That's how valuable this was as a tool for survival. The fly eye has nothing whatever in common with the vertebrate eye, itself having nothing whatever in common with the octopus eye. Yet they are all eyes and they all see. Let's look at intelligence. Intelligence, as we have defined it, has shown up nowhere in the fossil record, which tells me that intelligence can't be all that important for survival. Otherwise, it would have been there in the fossil records. It would have been there manifested multiple times throughout life. But it's not. In fact, you can continue this to its extreme and say it may be that intelligence is just the right thing to have to render yourself extinct. Thereby cutting off your gene pool from the rest of what would ever happen in your lineage.
Wait, this is getting sort of sad all of a sudden. Because it sounds like now you're conceding maybe mind or intelligent life is a rare thing and maybe a self-destructive thing and maybe an unnecessary to procreate and thrive thing, and therefore we may not find many of them.
There's a fascinating idea, which is a little bit of a stretch, but I want to share it with you. And forgive me, I forgot who the original proponent of this idea is. It is not mine. The question is, if there's intelligent life everywhere, vastly more intelligent than we, presumably they might have figured out how to travel through the galaxy and get wormholes, whatever. And why aren't they here? Why haven't they visited us? Why haven't they taken over the galaxy?
Well, row 2, of course. But.
Row 2, yeah, it's sitting in row 2. Yeah. So one argument is that the very behavior trait that would have you want to acquire territory is intrinsically self-destructive. Because to want to say, I want to put my people in more places in the galaxy, well, if that's the attitude your species has, then other people that you put there are going to have that very same attitude. And they're going to want to do what you're doing. Everybody's going to want to do what you're doing. And you know what happens? You're going to end up fighting about it.
Well, it's a big place.
No, you're going to end up fighting about it. That's what they said about the Earth. It's a big place. Said that 600 years ago. It's a big place. No, it's a small place. If you've got ways to get there quickly and efficiently, it's a small place. And so it may be that the very character trait that would have you take over the galaxy and visit every planet is the one that would prevent you from getting there because you would have killed each other in the act of trying to make that happen. So that trait is self-limiting.
Huh.
That's a fascinating bit of sociology, I think.
Hey, you were the pro-life people, now you're there. I guess we're all going to be dead people.
Now, why did only this half of the room applaud to
I
that?
don't know.
I don't know. No.